What's up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech Peaches back with another video, and today we are going to be doing another duck set. This is like the third one this past week. You guys really love the sets, so I am keeping them coming. Luckily, we have clients that actually really like these sets. We're going to focus on just an old school traditional classic French tip using a custom made glitter, of course, that I made. Before we get into it, make sure you guys look in the description link below. It has all my coupon codes as well as my Amazon storefront where you can find these duck tips. Follow me on social media, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and join my channel to become a member for more exclusive content and memberships if you like. So the primer and the liquid is Young Nails. You guys, I understand, everyone does not have time to watch videos all the way through, but I am getting some questions of like, oh, what color did you use? What was that you used in the beginning? Remember, I do mention all this stuff straight up. So do not surpass the first 2 minutes of the video, because that is where I'm going to give you all the details about the colors, the liquid, things of that nature. Okay, so this color I named Pretty Please. This is a custom glitter that I've had on hand for quite some time now, since 2020. And this client wanted to use this as her base color, and she wanted to do a French tip. She did want some bows and things like that, but I unfortunately did not have any on hand. It's kind of hard finding bows that aren't extremely small, as well as ones I feel like people are actually gonna like, you know what I'm saying? So she just decided to stick with the regular French tip. All right, now we're not really going to be concentrating on the application of the set. I'm not even gonna lie, the application was not the best. I was not doing very well yesterday, you guys. I had a couple mental breakdowns while doing her nails, and honestly, it was that's not the first time this happened. I pretty much overwork myself in such a way that either sometimes I will basically have side effects from doing that, I don't get enough rest. Basically, I just work way too much, and then I've been facing mental exhaustion for a while now. I've mentioned that here on my channel. I've had to take breaks here and there. So basically, during this appointment, everything was kind of unraveling for me. I came to work to some not so good stuff. The day before I came to work, my mirror had fell off, and it was basically just a culmination of things that mentally I was in pain, and physically. And so this is why the application isn't the best. This is why we're fast forwarding through it. But I did want to take a second to let you guys know, if you're a person who's in the same boat, and you physically know, hey, I should tone it down a bit with how much I'm working, but it's hard for you, just know you are completely not by yourself. That's something I've suffered from that my whole entire life, because I feel if I don't work or if I don't do it, there's no one that can do it for me. I have a lot of goals I'm trying to achieve, and I'm not one of those people that has it to where overnight is just an instant success. So when you get accustomed to working that hard for many years, I'm in my 4th year of doing nails, so working 7 days a week for 4 years straight, it's not feasible. Okay, so if you're a person that's like that too, just know it's okay to relax, take breaks. And yeah, I definitely learned the hard way. Okay, so now that we got that over, we're basically, this is pretty much it for the video. I didn't include shaping and filing, because again, I just couldn't mentally keep recording. When I tell y'all, I didn't hardly speak a word during this appointment. All I could do was it was really bad. But you want to make sure that with duck tips, you just are basically distributing the acrylic as evenly as possible. You don't want any lumps or bumps. I ended up having to go back in with another layer of acrylic, which that just even worsened the whole situation for me. I was freaking out about it, because I really just want to go home. I didn't even want to be doing this. But the reason why you don't want to do that is because that can increase the chance of lumps and bumps. I just wasn't working effectively because I wasn't in the right headspace to do so, but nonetheless, we still got the job done. If you're a person that needs extra help with application, or even duck nails in general, recently I did post a hour and a half long live on my channel, and it was a duck tip set, so I highly recommend you going ahead and checking that out. It is black acrylic, which I guess if you're struggling with black acrylic, you can use that video as reference. I do have other videos on how to use black acrylic nicely and things like that. So I do have other more in-depth things for you on this channel. Okay, this I'm just pretty much showing you how I achieved this particular look. If you're a person who wants to get into making custom glitters, since that's what I'm using right here, I highly recommend that you, number one, find glitters that are actually safe for nail use. I made the mistake of one time going to Michael's and just picking up any glitter, and it was like embossing glitter. I had no idea that that was really not safe to be doing with it, like for things like this, because I did have a reaction. It made my nails extremely itchy. Like, I had never even felt my nails itch before. I had no idea what was going on. So you're definitely gonna have to be careful in which the glitters that you're choosing, and also you're gonna need a quality clear acrylic, because the majority of this color is made up of clear with a crap ton of glitter in it. So you're gonna have to find the right ratio. You can't have too much glitter or you're not gonna be able to form beads. And if you have too much clear acrylic, then the background color, like the glitter, is not gonna shine through. So it is a very delicate process. But if you guys are interested in some videos about color mixing, glitter mixing, things like that, let me know and I will go ahead and provide that content for you eventually. I'm trying to think, what else can I tell you guys before we get into the actual real what do they call that? Dang, what is that called? Like the bulk, there we go. The real bulk of what this video is for, which is the French tip on duck tips. I know I have showed you guys that previously in the past, but the rest of this video in the next minute or so is going to be exclusively talking about French tip on duck nails. So don't go nowhere. I know it's a little bit boring right now, but oh, I do want to let you guys know, I keep saying it, my birthday is next month. I will be having a lot more different content for you guys. I will be posting more exclusive content for those who join memberships, especially more like behind the scenes of my birthday. So if you're not a member now, I encourage you to at least become a member for March so you guys can see that. I do plan on doing some other things on the channel, just because I'm not gonna say I'm slowing down from work, but I'm just working a little bit differently. So I'll still have a ton of nail videos, but I do want to show you guys, like, what do I do in my leisurely time. Most of the time it's nothing, but every once in a while I actually do something, and you guys respond pretty well to the vlogs that I've done in the past. So of course I will continue to keep that coming and then some. So just look forward to a lot of different types of content, just because, like I said, I don't even like saying that I'm slowing down. I don't even like saying that. I haven't come to terms with it, but you know, people keep telling me I need to do this, so I'm trying to be smart so I don't end up really hurting myself. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. So pretty much we've come to the end of the application. This is just a thumb. You can really see from the profile, these are not as strong as they need to be. Definitely need to go back in with more acrylic. If you're a person that has that problem as well, there's nothing wrong with going back if you do have to strengthen them a little bit. I will be posting a video soon, actually, maybe later today, on doing nails with like another application video a different way, with like one bead method. This is not one bead method, but I will show that at a different point in time. I have a video all ready to go with some footage. This is the Gelixir Snow White polish. If you guys have been watching my channel for quite some time, you know this is pretty much exclusively the white polish that I use. It is my favorite. It does cure for 2 minutes in a UV light, and I believe 30 seconds in a LED. So I highly suggest getting this. It's very, very bright white. Very, very, very amazing to work with. Okay, so pretty much for duck tips, when I do French, instead of drawing the smile line first, what I like to do is just paint down right on the tip, like an estimate of, hey, where would I like this to be, as well as kind of like start the shape. Because otherwise, trying to paint with just like a brush like this, like how I normally do, it's honestly a pain, because the tips are shaped so awkwardly. I've done it before. This just saves time. You're able to get it done quicker, and I just feel like it gives a pretty good result as well, especially if the brush, the nail polish brush that you're using is not super jam-packed with polish. Like, this type of formula is really good for that. If you're using an extremely thicker polish, it might not be the best choice, just because the polish will run all over the place. And I did kind of have to deal with polish dripping over to the edges and stuff like that, and that was already a nightmare enough. But yeah, this is pretty much the most effective way I have found for doing French tip on duck nails. And you can see the glitter is super duper duper pretty. Like, I absolutely love this glitter. At a point in time, it was extremely popular, and every now and then I get somebody who really wants this color, and I get kind of excited because I'm like, okay, I get to show off this custom color. Super pretty. But yeah, this is pretty much the most effective way that I have come across to do French on duck tips that is pretty consistent and pretty even, like across all 10. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Now I will say though, I did this on this whole hand, and then as I'm doing them, I'm halfway through the other hand, she pretty much is like, can we add more polish? I thought she was talking about the fact that the first layer was pretty skimpy looking, because I don't do the first layer very thick. I do it thin so I can build on without it being too bulky. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna add more, like don't even worry about it. No, but she wanted a thicker smile line. And this particular client, anytime I do French, like one time I did a French that I built up like the acrylic way, she basically wanted like an old school French to where like it was this tiny little circle of a smile line. And so I had to tell her, I was like, you know, next time ask for white tips so I can just use like clear over it. So I kind of forgot that she likes it so thick, basically, and kind of not like the traditional way, which is different because like she's pretty young, like she's literally only like 18. So I don't even know what she would know about that. Like she had to have seen it somewhere and been like, ooh, I really like that, because oops, I'm sorry, babe, I just completely kicked that shit off. I apologize. Yeah, 18-year-old, like that's not something they would have like experienced while getting their nails done for real. But yeah, I didn't have any problems with it. Now, like I said, I wasn't in the right mental space at all. Like when I tell you at all, I was broken down. Like I had tears and everything. Okay, I don't know if she saw them or not. Probably not, because I'm very good at, well, I feel like I'm pretty good at hiding that type of stuff. But so I kind of had to take a lot of deep breaths during this process. Okay, it's okay to take deep breaths. It's okay to take breaks here and there. You know, like I don't know. I feel like I was kind of embarrassed about it, but in all reality, if you need to like take those breaths to calm yourself down, because like I'm saying, you guys, I was in a bad way, okay, a really bad way mentally. I couldn't keep going. I just take the time that you need. That's all I'm gonna say. Take the time that you need. This wasn't meant to be like, hey, mental health, or you know, because people always talking about mental health. No, I've been yeah. Anyway, so I did end up doing the thicker smile line, so I'm going to show you how I corrected that in a minute. Now, because I had already dried this hand, I pretty much had to go back in and I just added more polish and kind of did the same exact method, but this method comes in clutch for duck. I'm trying to tell you, because it takes so much longer to try and draw an equivalent smile line for a shape that is so flared out like that. Now, the only way that I wouldn't do it is if I had to do like a marble French, like how I did in the video yesterday. But you can see that these ones are not dry on this hand, but I went ahead and this is still the same technique that I used to fix the other hand. So you guys are just basically seeing me. I'm kind of determining like, okay, how far up do I want it? Because I didn't want it to come out ugly, you know? But yeah, basically I just kind of painted over what was there. And then I went ahead and adjusted the smile line. And this is pretty much a good hack for anyone who needs adjustments to their smile line, because then I can just go ahead and adjust. Now this brush, this is a Mia Secret gel brush. Oh, you can see right here, number 6 size. This has become my new cleanup brush. I absolutely love it. It's definitely better quality than the ones I was using previously. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I like to order the same exact things. This blue brush that I'm using, it is a Beetles brush, a striping brush. You can only buy them in a pack. My gold one that I typically use, the whole freaking brush part came out when I was like adjusting the bristles because they were all over the place, and I basically had to order a new pack to get that gold brush all over again. But I did realize I actually do like this blue brush. I don't want to say equally the same, but close. It's the next closest size to the size of brush that I like to use. So I mean, eventually, I've got so many of these Beetles brushes that are untouched that I don't use. Eventually I will probably just do a giveaway for them, because the only ones out of the packs that are going to be missing is the gold and this light blue now, apparently. So we'll see in the future how that decides to go. But other than that, me correcting it, let me know down below, do you like the first French that I did, the longer French, or do you like the more traditional like OG French? Let me know down below, because I mean I feel like they both look good. I don't feel like either I don't say either makes a difference, but it's all just what your client likes, you know what I'm saying? So I hope this video helps somebody, whether it was helping you mentally or just helping you achieve this type of French tip on a duck nail if you have been struggling and needed some tips and tricks. I appreciate you guys and all of your views. I'm ecstatic to see where this channel is going. I have since gotten some rest. I've been feeling better, and you know, mentally I am ready to move forward. I have a plan of action. You do not have to worry about the content skimping down. That's actually one of the things I want to have more focus on YouTube, even though I feel like I focus there quite a lot. But I am in the mindset of furthering my channel, and like I said, I will be posting other content, like, you know, more leisure content, travel content, things of that nature, because I want to get to the point where, you know, I'm not always working. I do need downtime for myself, and there might be some of you that are struggling to achieve that for your own self. And so hopefully through some of this new content, I can provide a way for you personally, if you need it, to be able to take that leap to do a little bit more self-care. Because at the end of the day, I like to keep it real with y'all. This channel is not only just, you know, a nail channel, but I mean, this is me. You know, nails is what I do every single day, but I mean, I'm the one behind the channel, you know what I'm saying? It's Nails by Prettyface. It's me, it's Peaches. So I'm open and honest with you guys, because I feel like without that, would you even be subscribed? Well, okay, maybe you would be subscribing, or maybe you still would be watching, because some of y'all watching don't subscribe, which you should. But all in all, I hope that some of you guys will enjoy some of the, you know, travel and leisure content that I do provide, you know, a couple segments here and there amongst some of these nail videos, because I feel like we work hard, man, and everything we do is for clients and other people, and we got to focus on ourselves as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Here's to focusing, you know, finding work-life balance. That's what it's going to be about. I don't have it all the way. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get there, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this journey with me. And with that being said, like I said, I might do a double upload tonight. I don't know. I'm still kind of resting and trying to feel better. I need to go and get some food, of course. But this is once again the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.